Everyone, how's it going? It is good to see you. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing things a little bit differently considering, well, we're doing a product review. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not particularly known for my reviews on particular products. I think I've only done a couple of them in my 10 years being on YouTube. But considering that this company actually reached out to the channel, they sent me a couple of their things, I said, hey, why the hell not? Let's check this out. As you guys know, I am a big believer in the Nintendo Switch, and one thing that I can assure you there is not a shortage of is accessories for this damn device. I don't know if it's just the hybrid nature of it that just warrants all these accessories, but there is no shortage of things to pick up for the Nintendo Switch. And one thing that I honestly recommend everybody pick up if they're taking the Switch out and about and they're living that real portable commercial lifestyle, if you get what I'm saying, is a case. Now, when I picked up my Nintendo Switch, I basically just searched on Amazon for the cheapest thing I could come up with, which was this guy right here. Not the best case in the world, but it definitely served its purpose. So when Satisfye hit me up and they said, hey man, do you want to check out some of our products? I was like, hey man, why the hell not? So today we're taking a look at the Satisfye Switch Case Classic. So it's been a few days now since I've been using the Satisfye case, and I have a couple of impressions. First and foremost, the build quality of this thing is definitely a step up from the competition. It feels a lot softer to the touch. It feels like the build quality was one of the main focal points of this particular product. One thing that a lot of cases kind of skimp out on is build quality. If you can believe it or not, most are just like, hey, here's a case or a pouch to house your product, not necessarily protect it. Satisfye actually went above and beyond. This one actually feels like it has some durability attached to it. So like, let's say for example, it's in a bag and it's perched up against a couple of other things, whether it be your school textbooks or your work gear, whatever, it should protect your Nintendo Switch. In addition to that, Satisfye has also included a couple of nifty quirks. First and foremost, the shock absorption. Basically, if you are out and about with this case, and let's just say, for example, you drop it on the floor, hypothetically speaking, it should be able to withstand said shock. In addition to that, it has two forms of resistance, both water and dirt. Now, your mileage may vary on this one. I actually have not taken this out and about to test it against the elements, but if it's in a situation, like I said, or you have a water bottle in your backpack and it happens to spill over, this thing should provide more protection than, let's say, the average pouch where things can leak in. Now, opening up the case itself, you will see that this thing right here is built up to expectations and standards. So basically, any Nintendo Switch case that you would have that would house multiple compartments, this thing does all that and more. You've got your top mesh pocket where you can hold Joy-Cons, Joy-Con grips. You've got your game cartridge holders right here where you can hold up to 20 games. And behind one of the main cartridge holders, you have a little pocket. Now, they say that this is where you can hold a couple of other smaller things, so maybe micro SD cards, if you have a cable or a headset, you can put that in there as well. Or if you are that type of person who loves to play a lot of digital games, put a couple of credit cards in there, because you know how it is on the eShop, man. All the games coming out in the daily, it's just ridiculous. And of course, on the bottom, you have your holder for the Nintendo Switch. And as you can see right here, it is pretty sturdy and durable. It's got this nice little flap to hold it in place, so it won't be any movement when it's going out and about. One thing that was definitely kind of interesting was the placement of the game cards. Now, coming from my original case, when you would open it up and you would see that the games are right side up, this one is done upside down, which was kind of weird to say the least, but it was easy to get used to. You just had to kind of invert your vision. And as you can see right here, I've actually housed the cards in two distinctive styles, if you will. The bottom one has it all the way into the case, and the top one has it halfway through so you can still see what game it is. And as you can see right here, if you give it a little shake, the game cartridges aren't going to fall out, which is very good. And that about wraps it up, ladies and gentlemen, my little impressions video on the Satisfye Switch carrying case. I gotta say, for the amount of Switch cases that are out on the market, especially those that hover between the $20 to $25 range, you really can't go wrong with this one, just based off of the build quality and all the compartments that exist within this. In addition to it having some type of resistance to the elements, water, dirt, shock absorption, I think all that stuff is pretty cool, especially if you are a person who lives the commercial Nintendo Switch lifestyle. I'm gonna be really interested to see what Satisfye brings out next, because if this particular product is any indication to their quality going forward, then I'm very excited to see what they come out with. I know a lot of you guys have seen a particular Kickstarter video from them, and who knows, maybe you guys might be seeing a little bit of a collaboration here in future, hopefully soon, in the next couple of weeks. Who knows? Anyways, for me for now, my name is NGS signing out, and like always, I will catch you guys later. Peace. I'm gonna go back to play some Xenoblade Chronicles 2 because, bruh, that game is the shit.